Hi everyone, welcome to Homerino Collectibles, where today we're taking a look at the Star Wars The Black Series 6-inch Clone Commander Gree. Now this guy, who had his head cut off by Yoda himself, is fantastic to see in 6-inch. That is a lot of paint detail, and there is a couple of things that I would change, but for the most part, it is a fantastic looking figure. I love the little Lego Star Wars minifig that we have of it, and I don't have any other, smaller scale version of him, so finally having this guy in 6-inch is fantastic. And if you want yours, the only place that you can get it is Toys R Us, as far as I know, because it is a Toys R Us exclusive, unless you get it at specialty shops or comic book shops or something. It does not have the sticker on there, or at least mine doesn't anyway, but it is actually an exclusive. If we come around to the back of the box, you can see a little bio right there. There's no number or anything on the side of the box because it's just a single release. It's not part of a wave. So let's go ahead and get this thing open and take a closer look. And here is the Commander out of the packaging, standing 6.5 inches tall, and we do have a little bit of new parts with this figure. So let's start out with the accessories. So first up, we see the longer rifle that we get with a lot of clone troopers. However, this time it is molded in a grey plastic as opposed to black plastic. I think it may be the first time that we've seen it in this colorway, and so it's just the regular blaster that we normally get, just in a different color plastic. And then the same goes for this smaller one as well. And the right hand does actually have the molded trigger finger, which does hold the trigger very nicely and very firmly on both rifles. And now to start with the newer accessory, we do actually have a set of binoculars right here, which if you do move his arm up and whatnot and straighten out his head and stuff like that, you can actually get the binoculars quite close to his head, and if you finagle it around and spend some time, you can actually get them right up to the face. I'm not going to do it right now, but you can actually, without them falling out the hand, you can get them in a pretty decent position, but it does take a little bit of time. In either hand, he doesn't really hold them perfectly. It's just a normal gripping hand. It's not really designed for holding this. It can be a little tricky, but you can get him to hold it and you can get it in that position. I just wish that he had a different pair of hands that actually could properly hold this thing. And so we have a new torso piece on this guy. So you've got these straps on here, and then you've got this new little backpack piece with an antenna, which if you are worried about that snapping or anything, don't worry, because as you turn the head, if you forget it's there, that will simply pop off just like so. So it's great that it just pops off instead of snapping off. It's great that it is a detachable piece, but just remember, it's not all that secure, obviously, so just make sure you don't lose that thing. It's in there tight enough that it's going to stay in, but if you do brush up against it or something, or if it falls off a shelf, it may fall out of position. So you might want to put a little bit of glue in that just to make sure that it stays in that socket. And also, obviously, be careful when you're plugging it in. Don't push from up here, try and push from down here so that you don't actually bend the piece or something. But yeah, so we got the extra detonator down here, and then we've got this, the pack that's done very nicely. We've got nice paint apps on the torso here, but this lighter green paint app that's brushed on really should be on the shoulders and the upper part of the arms here as well, and it isn't. That kind of does suck. And then coming over to the helmet, we have the nice silver wear and tear around the rest of this armor as well, but that should be on the helmet as well in this dark green section right here. This is a very clean cut helmet in comparison to the rest of the suit, so it looks like he's got a brand new helmet, so really it should be the same as the rest of the armor. So it's easy enough done yourself, but it should have been done anyway. And also the visor paint is fantastic, that awesome vibrant green, but it shouldn't be the same down here. So these two patches of green, the lighter shade, should actually be the same shade as that darker bit. So some minor nitpicks with the paint job just for, purely for accuracy. But other than that, I really do love this camo design. We have this new thigh piece here with this extra little section. I do wish we had a slot for the binoculars to go in so that you could store them on him, because I'm not going to be holding them, and he doesn't even hold it that well anyway, really. So in case of him just dropping it and me losing it, I am going to put it into storage, which sucks because I'd love to be able to put it on him somewhere. But as far as the rest of the figure goes, barring the amazing paint job, it is just your standard clone. So you've got the articulation up in the head here, which isn't as much as the other, the Phase 1 clones, because it's just just the design. So the head doesn't move up and down all that much, but it moves left and right just fine. It's just because down in this neck area, it's pretty thick down there. Shoulders don't really move all that much because of the shoulder armor, but they do rotate right there, rotation at the upper part of the arm, double jointed elbows, which because of that armor in the middle can't really bend all that much, so it may as well just be a single joint. We got the rotation and a hinge in and out on that hand, and then over on this hand it hinges up and down. We've got the ball joint over here in the diaphragm, so he can move left and right, and he can crunch forward and back a little bit and pivot side to side a little bit as well. At the hips they move out, forward and back. You've got the rotation there at the upper part of the thigh, double jointed knees, and then the feet move up and down, and we have ankle pivot there as well. So overall, guys, I definitely do recommend this figure. It looks fantastic, even though I do have a couple of nitpicks about the paint just in terms of accuracy. I definitely think that it is absolutely fantastic, and it's nice to see some newly molded parts there. I do definitely wish that we had another hand to hold those binoculars a little better, and slightly better articulation just to, you know, for the ease of putting it up to his face. But other than that, it's a fantastic figure, and I definitely do recommend it. Thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed the video, go ahead and give it a like. And if you want to see more from me, check out my social media. The links are in the description below. If you want to see some more of my videos, there's some links on the screen right now to some previous ones. And for more Star Wars The Black series, go ahead and subscribe. Thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you next time.